Welcome to another episode of the Extra Pass. My name is Adam Ballinger. We are presented by Chemist Warehouse, and today we got the bus driver, the head coach, Dean Vickerman. Dean, how are we today?
Doing well. I don't drive the bus though.
I think
we gave that to Jay. Jay's the bus driver.
Not the real bus driver.
No.
The what's the word I'm looking for? Anyone?
Metaphorical.
The metaphorical bus driver.
Okay.
The head coach. How are you feeling? When did you get back? Like from the Blitz a day and a half ago?
Yeah, we had a full day off yesterday.
Yeah.
Traveled the day before. Two good games for us. Competitive, physical against Perth, and got a nice little blowout win against Brisbane.
Yeah, I jumped into the Blitz too quickly though. We got to talk about the off season.
Yeah.
What'd you get up to in the off season? What are the non-basketball stuff in the off season you were able to do? Did you go on your fishing trip?
Got my trip to Noosa. So my 8 or 10 mates from high school did our annual little trip up there. Added a recovery centre little episode to our
like the IVs and stuff after a big night that they have. Like in Las
no, we had
Vegas?
the 3 different levels of cold tubs and saunas and steam rooms.
Oh, really?
Did a nice 10K walking, but
wow.
that was a nice add to our trip this year.
Yeah, first you got to keep adding things, I guess. When you get together with old friends, let's say I talk to my friends from high school almost every day on an app. Anyways, is it the same stories? Like it's pretty unique to have those friends, especially 10 of them from high school. Are there new stories coming up, or is it the same things every year you're talking about?
There were a lot of same stories coming up, but I think that's why at least catching up 2 or 3 times a year. That we've got lots of other stories to tell what's going on with our life
and your lives,
our kids, and what's as they're starting to get out of school, and what's happening with their lives. So it's good, nice to tell the old stories as well, though. Men
don't do a great job of getting into the details, though. When you get back, I mean, something big can happen. You get back and ask about it. I don't know. We just talked about fish. We just talked about recovery. Okay, back to the Blitz now. Back to the Blitz. What are your thoughts immediately after you're coming back? Have a day to recover and rest a little bit, and now where are we going from here? Yeah,
I think for us we've got different players at different stages right now. So obviously we're just starting to bring back CG and Shea from some little bit of injuries. We're just kind of Jesse and Tyson and Milt, have been here for a couple of weeks now. So starting to understand our system. And then we've got some guys who have been with Sandy with the NBL 1, and so they've missed little parts of our preseason as well. And so it was just kind of trying to bring everything back together. And even though we still had the NBL 1 going on up there with the national finals, just trying to solidify our group, and now we've got this cleared runway where Dash has been playing different national teams, and so now he's just immersed in Melbourne United, and so I thought we starting to understand how we want to play, and we got relentless in the Brisbane game, and how we move the basketball and what shapes we want to play out of, and we played a lot of people, and then starting to feel like there's pretty good depth on our squad.
Yeah, so with the preseason, it's always it's a little bit of both of like it's preseason, it doesn't really matter, no one cares, but at the same time, people are watching the games, you want to win, that competitive spirit comes out no matter what type of game it is. How much weight you put on the Blitz or games like that? Is it ever, not this year, but have you ever gone through the preseason and it's panic time? Or does it never get to panic time? It also never gets to 2, like you don't know how great you are either. You can never be too high or too low just because it's preseason, you never know.
Yeah, and probably the season that we, struggled a little bit. Yeah, I think we had the Blitz up in Darwin, and I think Illawarra beat us pretty badly in the first game. We bounced back and beat Perth in the second game, but that was the game that Ariel did his Achilles, and so there were some concerns walking out of the Blitz about where we were as a team at that point. But generally, you're trying to just understand the depth of your squad. Everyone's getting to play good minutes, and now come out of it healthy and get players ready for what's going to be required in the main season.
You mentioned that game against Brisbane. That fourth quarter, like we said, we don't want to put too much weight on it. We're not going to get too excited. But do you think that was kind of a shots fired to the league a little bit of what we're capable of?
I think just to say we continued to play and, we wanted our rebounding to be better, and I thought that game, we were a lot better. And I look at Brisbane and say, well, they kind of shut Casey Prater down after halftime. Tyrell Harrison's not there. Holt, one of their new players, wasn't there. And so there's we say we did a better job, but, also what we were going against, wasn't at the highest level. So we get to see them again. We got one more game against Brisbane up in the sunny coast, and hopefully they have a full squad, and I'm sure it'll be a great hit out.
Yeah, I mean, it looked great on TV, but I guess spoken like a coach, you can't get too excited. You got to talk about Brisbane, who they were missing. But it was fun to watch. Jesse, first time seeing him on court. What are your thoughts there? My thoughts on seeing him in person. He didn't shrink on the plane as far as imports can on the way over here. He's legit. He's a big guy. He's as advertised as far as his size.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that plus the length, the 7'4" kind of wingspan. I thought as the two games wore along, he just grew as a shot blocker. And now it's just there was some stretch, kind of bigs in the game about how we can still have his rim protection and how can he still get out to Toy, or how as a team can we structure that we can kind of leave him at the paint and have other people move out. So I thought there was really good trust in our guards to pressure, knowing that they got Jesse behind him at the rim. And I think there were some offensive things that he just continued to grow. We see the lob threat, we see the ability to run at pace. Saw a little bit of his post game as well. And then he had a nice little, from the elbow late shot clock, made a drive as well. And so I keep seeing things. He shot the ball really well in practice from three, and so I think there's just levels to his game that we can keep adding. He's not a guy that's a finished product as a pro. He's still got this big upside, and,
for sure.
And hopefully we keep seeing it.
For sure. Putting this team together this year after 2 seasons of coming so close, as close as we possibly could. What were your thoughts about putting the season, another team together, retooling? Was there any gems you could give us about trying what you're looking at this year? And because, as far as success, there's not much more we could improve on. We're so close. And so is it just the same idea coming into this year again, or was there something else we were looking at?
Yeah, I think firstly we had to replace amazing people when you talk about, Delhi, Jack White, Ian Clark, Marcus Lee. The first thing when you think about all those 4 guys is, wow, what great people and players they are. But so to bring in, really good people as well. Obviously, there's a little bit more youth. We did a kind of a leadership exercise with some of the younger guys in the club, and to see Tyson and Jesse kind of, they're pretty young guys right now, and so there's some youth come into it. We had the speed with Tyson, we had the rim protection, and hopefully a really high level rebounder in Jesse as well, and then this IQ guy in Milt. Who comes in, who's been there before and won, and a guy that can, late shot clock and take a little bit of pressure off, CG and others as well. So, I think we went out and got the pieces that we needed to, Finn Delaney to, replace Jack White. They're not the same player, but, they can have a similar kind of impact at the 4 spot. And I'm excited about the group that we put together.
Yeah, I think we all are. Milton definitely, when he's balls in his hands, he does not look phased no matter what situation. And he was like that in Tasmania, and I guess that's why we would want him here. But he's fun to watch too. Okay, one more preseason game. You already mentioned against Brisbane. Hopefully both teams have a full slate of players. Thoughts going into that one? I mean, how much do you not show in a game like that, or you just kind of come out with everything?
Yeah, the first one, and Shea got through a good practice up in Canberra. Got through a tough practice session today. There was a lot of possessions, a lot of we really trying to worked on their fitness a little bit today, and he flew through that session. So all indications to say that he'll be ready to go ahead and play that last game. CG getting another good practice in, and so I think we just see more of those guys. I'm excited about. I think there'll be a couple of defensive things to say. We don't want to show everything, and I think there'll be certainly a couple of sets that we'll hold back on as well. But just the ball movement and the flow and the continuancy of our offense, and just how the pace of movement is something that we've been really preaching, and so hopefully we see that at a high level.
All right, thanks, Dean. All right, we got a special fan mailbag session coming up. But before that, let's get a quick word from our supporters at Chemist Warehouse. Score yourself a great deal at Chemist Warehouse. Find huge savings on all your favorite brands across vitamins, sports nutrition, fragrances, hair care, and lots more. Shop in-store, online, or click and collect at chemistwarehouse.com.au. And we're back. Dean, we got some questions for you here. But first, before we start, I just want to ask our producer over there, producer Ben, PB. The names here are Caleb, Susie, Kim, Vinny, and Dan. This sounds like made-up names. It sounds like you put those together like 5 minutes before we started. Those are real?
They are all real. They have all come from Instagram.
Caleb, Susie, Kim, Vinny, and Dan. Just some real simple names.
Absolute disrespect from you to our fans.
Real simple names. Okay. I believe they're real too. I just maybe thought you might have changed their name. Okay, Dino, here's the first one. All right, this is from Caleb. What's the biggest change we can expect to see gameplay-wise with this season's roster? Good question, Caleb.
No, good question. We found a formula that was being pretty successful. Pace of action and pace of play is something I really believed when you've got Tyson and Shaylee as your point guards, and the ability for them to really catch outlets and just push pace early and put their feet in the paint and make decisions for us, and can everybody else keep up with those two in the early part of our offense? And then I think Finn Delaney as the connector of our offense from point guards to bigs, the pace of decisions that he's capable of making and the ball movement that he is able to continue to flow with are two of the areas that I think we'll see a little bit of change in style.
Nice. All right, thanks for that. Okay, from Susie. Susie. All right, who's the funniest player on the team? That's a good question.
The funniest?
The funniest player on the team.
Who makes me laugh the most?
Yeah.
Nick Tata makes me laugh at different times. But real jokesters. This is kind of a quiet group, so I'm just learning a little bit more about them. But we did bird types the other day, and there's a few doves and a few peacocks and a few eagles in our group.
Bird types as in like the leadership type thing? What type of bird?
What type of bird. And so Tyson was interesting. Came out as a bit of a peacock, and
do you have to take like a test to see what kind of bird you are?
Circle some words in a box and find it out. So I think he might be a little bit of a hidden jokester at the moment.
Yeah. Come out eventually as we go. Yeah, funny can be two types. Funny as in like roll your eyes, drive you crazy funny, or like actually funny. All right, from Kim. Do you think you'll beat New Orleans? What would it mean to beat them in Melbourne? Yeah, that's a great question. There's no prep for, like, you're not thinking about New Orleans really right now. I mean, how much prep goes into that? And how much weight do you put in a game like that?
Yeah, we'll scout it like we scout any.
Oh, you will? You'd still scout the same
for sure.
way?
We'll scout. Yeah. We'll go through the same process, and it might be some of our other assistant coaches spending a bit more time on the prep for that one. I keep seeing it in the schedule now, and then it's like, oh wow, we're playing this NBA game in Melbourne, and I'm starting to get buzzed about it when when even we mention it right now, and winning. I just want to put on an unbelievable spectacle in Melbourne, and super competitive game. And like we in OKC, we had a shot to win. So if we get to a point that we have a shot to win this game against them, I'll be pretty happy if we just play super hard and our style is super competitive. I'm happy with that as well.
Yeah, certainly possible. I mean, is there any chance they're going to be jet lagged? How long? How long are they?
Yeah, I'm not too worried about how they're gonna handle their own preparation.
I assume a lot of them haven't been here before. They don't understand the difference in time. They show up a day before and then try and play. Maybe.
Yeah, there's going to be some serious athletes on the floor, and can we deal with that, and can we deal with the length and the speed that they play at?
Yeah.
So it's all under their rules as well. We got to change to the NBA format a little bit. I think when they come here, they should have to play FIBA rules. Don't you think?
Spoiled athletes. Okay, from Vinny, who is the most coachable player you've ever coached?
Most coachable.
I'm sitting right here.
Oh, Adam Ballinger. Without a doubt, it's like a pair of cameras in the post and you just float around balls and make threes.
Easy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want hard to single anyone out.
Maybe a couple. There's probably a lot. I would think a lot. I mean, right? Coachable players that, at this level, most guys are coachable.
Yeah.
Unless they're.
Maybe my New Zealand experience to say, Tom Abercrombie was, came from this volleyball background and then, didn't work out for him in college. And I think he just wanted to excel. And so I think he was, smart enough to listen to everybody within the program about how he could get better and stay in the game, a long time. Coming to Melbourne, obviously I've, had Chris for a long time now, and he's got his own mindset and stuff. But when we actually sit down and talk basketball and how we make this team better, I think he's fantastic.
Yeah, generally guys who last a long time are pretty coachable, unless they're 7'5" or something like that. They can kind of do what they want. Okay, last question. This is from Dan. This is 5 questions too. This is like a fast 5, but like one actually about basketball.
I'll give quick answers.
People trying to take my job. I wouldn't ask any of these questions. We'd be talking about crazy stuff if I was. All right, from Dan. If you had a dunk contest between everyone on the team, who would win?
See, I like the small guys in dunk comps.
Yeah.
Spud
Webb.
Yeah, Ken Tyson and Shea, show me something special.
Can Tyson get up? Can he?
He's got a little.
Really?
He's got a little something.
How tall is he?
He's right on 6 foot.
Okay, 6 foot. He looks.
Who those got? But Malith's a high flyer. Yeah. He would probably have a really good chance of winning it. And then Jesse gets a long way up. Tata gets a long way up.
It's harder for the big guys though.
Can they do something
you're
special?
You're already so close to the rim. Yeah.
Do something closer to the top of the backboard and then come back down.
That's why I never dunked. It was just looked so easy. I just
be a good
didn't want to do it.
Maybe we should do it.
Yeah, I think it'd be great for content. Wonderful content. You just got to get the players to do it. They don't generally. Maybe put up some prize money.
Yeah.
All right, round 1, a few weeks away. How exciting is it to be back in John Cain Arena?
Yeah, well, I think we go to Tassie first. My mindset's first
Haven't thought about
there, but there obviously we have we play a lot of Sunday games and different things as well. So often we're traveling back to John Cain, and there's just a relief when you get back there. It's like, oh, back at home, back with our fans, and can't wait for the first sellout and feel the energy of that group and have CG make a 3 and Jesse get a dunk and Tyson show his speed and see all those things and see our fans celebrate them.
All right, thanks team. That's got me pumped. All right, that's another episode of the Extra Pass. Thanks to Dino, thanks to Locke, thanks to producer Ben, but most of all, thanks to Chemist Warehouse.